Computer classes were a fucking joke when I was a kid. They weren't really seen as much more than electronic typewriters, and while that remains their primary use for a lot of people today, anyone using AOL for sure, they're a regular part of any modern art curriculum. Our lab was brand new. It was furnished with state-of-the-art, bleeding-edge Mac Pros, with cinema display. The lighting in the room was custom designed to imitate neutral daylight on all finished artwork, and the chairs were allegedly some kind of space-age shit that realigned your fucking vertebrae. Didn't stop them from having some shitty overhead projector that never fucking worked. You might be thinking, yeah, cool, they're gonna teach me to Photoshop like a mad cunt. I'll be making those crazy concept pieces that people cream their pants over in no time. You wish. See, you show up and it's like, okay, what are we gonna be learning here? Everyone pretty much has grown up with computers at this point, so it's gonna be some really high-tech shit, right? But no, it's not. The idea is that they just get everyone on the same page, which sounds fine, but all it really means is that half of you won't learn a fucking thing. Photoshop, fucking Corel, we never really touched on any of these. And I get that. That's the kind of stuff you really want to figure out on your own. I mean, I certainly could have benefited from some lessons, let's be honest, but it was always the other stuff we were learning. InDesign, Flash, Illustrator, lots of Illustrator. I mean, I guess that's fitting, but it was the techie, thinky kind of shit. Lots of you are gonna have trouble with that. We did. Artists don't usually do well thinking in vectors, or precision, or numbers. I loved it. Yes, there are things I loved about college. Save often. I know everyone says they know that, but there's always someone who loses a project the day before it's due and gets completely fucked over because they forgot to back up their shit. I started saving obsessively after a while, tapping Command S like a fucking nervous tick every couple of minutes. All it takes is losing that one project to make you paranoid. Photoshop. Make friends with Photoshop. As shitty as Adobe has become, they are, for the time being, the accepted standard for art stuff, or one of its competitors. Look, all these programs are basically the same anyway once you learn the different keyboard shortcuts. I don't care if the only art you make is real watercolors of rich people eating pastries or whatever the fuck it is. Let's say you gotta document your work for a portfolio or a gallery submission. You gotta tweak the colors. Fat load of fucking good your Luddite views will do you then. A tablet. Get a tablet. And I don't mean like an iPad, which isn't a tablet, okay? It's a pad. Get a tablet. Seeing people try to draw or edit with a mouse, it's like watching a quadriplegic try to eat with chopsticks. You admire their determination, but goddamn, it's depressing. Storage. Lots of it. These days you can fit a terabyte onto something the size of a watch battery, so that won't be too hard, but get a lot. And lots of different ones. Make copies of your shit. Don't leave it hanging around. Things get stolen and lost all the fucking time. Saying, I lost my flash drive, that's like saying, the dog ate my homework. Teachers don't care, and they don't want to hear it. And of course, use this storage to, save your work. Often. Now, I don't like to advocate piracy, but, you know. Yeah, it's generally understood that students steal software because it's expensive as fuck and because they can. I won't pretend I never did it. Lots of schools these days give out licenses with their tuitions or offer them at discounted rates, but frankly, with everything going to the subscription model of sales, I'm not even sure that's worth it. I hung on to my copy of CS2 like the whole way through college. Look, all I'm saying is, students are like whores. They're just doing what they have to get by. And did I mention to save your work? In multiple places. Often, obsessively, have it become a problem. Sometimes courses have private labs. Illustration had access to 2 labs. Sometimes people would try to sneak in from different programs and use our hardware. It's like, interior design scum. Back to your outdated iMac 2s. Get out of here. These were paid for with art kid money. Of course, fighting for a good spot can be rough. When class ends, it's like a mad dash to get to the labs and secure a good spot. You're fucked if you want to go home and eat first. And Jesus Christ, if you have to end up using the common labs, have you been to those places? They're disgusting. A sea of business and humanities majors typing out their fucking meaningless essays, surfing YouTube, running their damn mouths. Oh yes, the perfect environment for being creative. It always turns into a damn battle for territory in the labs anyway, doesn't it? Now they have those hard drives that wipe clean when you log out, but it used to be a constant fight for control of the desktop wallpaper. The thing about computer class is that it never feels like there's incentive to go. I can get in the lab anytime. Don't I have a computer at home? There's tutorials online for days. Why am I even here? It's like, as long as I finish the assignment and hand it in on time, what's the point? I bet computer teachers know this too. I feel bad for them. But don't laugh, smartass. Computers are outmoded faster and faster every year, and so are people. It won't be long before everything you know is abandonware, left to digitally decay on the shoulder of the internet's superhighway. Then you'll be the old fuck without a clue. It'll happen to you. So keep learning new software. Even if you are a traditionalist, Adobe won't be on top forever, and neither will you. And don't forget to save your work, by the way. I don't know if I made that clear.
if you follow me on Twitter, maybe you can be in an episode, and you should buy a Technical Dave t-shirt. Thank you.